The stock market crash was complete. By midnight, Harrison Wolf sat in his office watching his empire collapse in real time. 43 years old, with dark hair and disbelief on his face, red numbers cascading across every screen. His investment firm, Wolf Capital, had lost everything. $2 billion gone in 6 hours. Bad. Bet on tech stocks leverage too heavily when they tanked. He went down with them. His phone kept ringing. Investors, lawyers, press. He ignored them. Lot. 2 a.m. He finally stood. Notney had to go home, face his family, tell them they'd lost everything: the penthouse, the cars, the lifestyle on him. Grabbed his coat, walked toward the elevator. Mr. Wolf, a voice behind him. He turned. The night janitor stood there, young woman, maybe mid-20s, with blonde hair and a ponytail. She wore a light blue uniform, yellow, cleaning gloves, held a piece of paper. You forgot this. Harrison looked at it. Some document from his desk. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. But sir, the janitor said, it was under your keyboard, like it was hidden. I don't care. Harrison got in the elevator. The janitor followed. Sir, please, just look at it. I said, it doesn't matter. Harrison snapped. I just lost $2 billion. One piece of paper won't fix that. The janitor flinched, but stood her ground. My father always said the most important things are the things we almost throw away. Something in her voice made Harrison pause. He took the paper, looked at it. Was a contract from 8 years ago when he first started the firm, an insurance policy against catastrophic loss. He had forgotten about it entirely. Harrison read it again, then again. This is important. The janitor finished. Yes. Harrison pulled out his phone, called his lawyer. David, I need you to look at something. Harrison, it's 2 in the morning. Look at the attachment I'm sending now. 5 minutes later, his lawyer called back. Where did you find this? Does it matter? Harrison, this policy covers up to 80% of catastrophic losses. If we file correctly, you won't lose everything. The firm might survive. Harrison felt his legs weaken. He looked at the janitor. You saved me. She smiled. I just noticed the paper. Over the following weeks, Harrison fought to save his firm. The insurance policy helped covered most of the losses. He had to downsize, lay off staff, move to smaller offices, but Wolf Capital survived during the restructuring. Harrison kept seeing the janitor. She worked nights, cleaned offices. He never saw her during business hours. One evening, he waited for her. I never got your name. Emma. Emma Reed. Emma, I want to thank you. You don't need to. I do. Harrison insisted. That paper, you found it. Saved my company, saved my family's future. I'm glad. Why did you chase me down? Harrison asked. Most people would have thrown it away. Emma shrugged. My dad was a janitor. He cleaned offices for 30 years. He taught me that important papers don't look important. They look like trash, so you always check before throwing anything away. Your father sounds wise. He was, Emma said softly. Passed away 2 years ago. But I remember everything he taught me. Harrison noticed her uniform war name tag was crooked. Can I ask what you're doing here? Cleaning? No, I mean, why are you a janitor? You clearly notice details are thoughtful. There's no shame in this work, Emma said, her voice sharp. I didn't mean. Harrison started. Everyone assumes janitors are stupid, Emma interrupted, or that we failed at something else. Sometimes we're just people trying to survive. You're right, Harrison said. I apologize. That was classist of me. Emma looked surprised. Most rich people don't apologize. I'm learning humility the hard way. Over the following months, Harrison rebuilt. The firm stabilized, clients slowly returned. He implemented new risk management. Never forgot the lesson. One evening, Emma was cleaning his office. Harrison was working late. Can I ask you something? He said. Sure. Do you have a degree? Business degree from State University. Emma admitted with honors. Then why student loans? Emma said $70,000. I graduated during the recession. Couldn't find work in my field. Took this job to pay rent. Been here 3 years. Still paying off loans. Can barely afford to look for something better. Harrison nodded slowly. What if you didn't have to look? What do you mean? I need someone in risk management, Harrison, said someone who notices details, who sees what others miss. Someone like you, Emma, stared. You're offering me a job, yes, why? 'Cause you saved my company by noticing one piece of paper. It's the skill I need, attention to detail, seeing what matters. Emma started working in risk management. The next month she was exceptional. Caught heirs of those misidentified risks, early saved the firm millions. 1 year after the crash, Harrison called her to his office. I want to promote you. To what, chief? Risk officer. Emma's jaw dropped. That's a C-suite position. You've earned it, but I've only been here a year, okay? And you've proven yourself more in that year than most people do in a decade. 2 years after the crash, Harrison threw a company party celebrating the firm's complete recovery. Emma stood beside him as his CRO, as his friend. Can I say something? Harrison said, addressing the room. 3 years ago, I've made catastrophic mistakes, nearly destroyed this firm, lost billions, hurt a lot of people. His voice was heavy. I was humbled, broken, ready to give up. He looked at Emma. Then a janitor stopped me in the hallway, handed me a piece of paper I'd overlooked. That paper saved everything, but more importantly, that moment taught me a lesson. The most valuable people aren't always in the corner offices. Sometimes they're cleaning them. Emma Reed saw what I couldn't, noticed what I had ignored, and had the courage to insist I pay attention. Thank you for saving my company and for teaching me to see value in places I'd never looked. Emma stood when I handed Mr. Wolf that paper. She said, I was just doing my job, being thorough, like my father taught me. I didn't know it would save the company. She looked at Harrison, but he did something more important. He said thank you. He asked questions. He saw me as a person, not just a janitor. That matters more than any promotion. Though the promotion is nice. Everyone laughed. Years later, when people asked about the crash, Harrison would say, I lost everything. Okay. Then a janitor gave it back. Emma would add, just notice the paper. And they would both agree the most important things are often the things we almost throw away. Sometimes salvation comes from unexpected places. Sometimes the person who saves you never noticed, and sometimes one piece of paper, one moment of attention, one act of thoroughness changes everything. If this story resonated with you, please like and share it with someone who knows that every job has dignity. Subscribe for more stories about seeing value in unexpected places. Comment and tell us about a time when someone you underestimated proved essential. Your story might change someone's perspective today.